This next book that I'm going to show you is another book that is a one paper. You fold and you cut it. It is not a book that I would start with. It's a book that I would have the children, having made the other one paper 6-page book first. But this is a good way to do it with a larger piece of paper, and the book is nice and sturdy. We tend to do this when we have been creative. This paper here actually was, we were doing some coloring of coffee filters, and this was paper we had down that we were doing the coffee filters on. They bled through, so it gives you kind of a neat coloration. So it's large size. What we're going to do is, it is another folding one. So we are going to fold edge to edge. We're going to fold that in half. We're going to open it up, because if we fold it in half this way, it can be heavier. So we're going to open it up and we're going to fold edge to edge. We're going to open this up. We're not going to open it any further, because what I want the kids to do now is from the folded edge, be sure it's on the folded edge, not the open edge. I want the open edge away from us. From the folded edge, we're going to follow the crease up to where everything crosses. We're going to cut that. We are now going to open it up. I like to open it so that this center line here is up, face me like a mountain. I tell the kids, think of a mountain, versus this way where it's down. It will work this way, but it's so much easier if you have it so it's the mountain. And they're going to pick up where the mountain crease is, and they're going to pull it open and stand their book up. So they're actually going to stand their book up. Lay it down. Crease that. Stand it up again, because you've got to pull this part out. Walk it right out. Push it down. Push it down. You can see why this needs to be with the slightly older kids, because you're starting to do a lot more creasing and manipulating. But you also can see the book taking shape. It is open and it's floppy. So, how do you solve that? You solve that by gluing. So what you can do is you can take, because all of these inside things are going to be glued, you can take and you can open this up, and you can glue one side. Think of it this way. And these are glued, and these here are glued. But you have a problem. This one here isn't glued. So one of my kids said to me, well, if we just glue the whole back, it'll work. So that's what we started doing. We started just gluing one whole side of this before we started trying to put it together. So we just covered it with glue. They were good at covering it with glue. And then you can fold, we learned that we can fold down here where we cut. And then you can pick it up and those guys fold together. So this was something that the kids found, different directions than what we originally had. So it was so much easier to do it that way. And then you have this great book. All the pages are thick. and they use paper. It's easy to write. It's just it's fun. So let's walk through that, and I'll show you on a smaller piece exactly what we came up with after trying this many times with the kids. You take and you fold in half the short way. Fold in half the short way. Open it up. Fold in half. Open it up. Follow the line. You're going to cut on that line. You are now going to open this up. You're going to be sure it opens and flips so that works. Once you've got it, flip it over. You want to glue on the part that is the valley, not the mountain. And now get glue all over. All over. Take and fold that first part so that those, don't let those glue. Fold that first part down. Now you're going to be able to take and open this. The creases are there. And you're going to connect this page, and you're going to connect this page. You can do it down, you can do it holding it up. But there are your pages. So there's your book. Just be sure you crease everything so you get it all good. And the kids get really good. This is why this is not a book you want to do right off the bat. But it is a nice one as they get more comfortable making books. When you have lots of creative papers that you can use, because it takes their book and it gives it a whole different feel. This was the style that one of my second graders who loves to write journals, this is what she did. She had been doing lots of coloring and artwork, and so she wanted to make a journal out of these, and she made 3 of these books and glued them all together. We then hole punched them all. Once she got them, we hole punched them all, and she tied them off with ribbon so that they were all together, because it was too thick to put a staple through.